What it is, what it do, what's happening, Moedy gang, you feel me? And we here with another hit, per usual. These niggas is childish. Anyways, today, I'm gonna be asking people what their biggest fear is living in Colorado, and if they got $50,000 deposited in their bank account, what would they do with it? We're gonna see how that shit's gonna work out. And we're here with, just say your name. You just gotta say your name.
Bashir.
Bashir, all right, so my question today is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado?
I don't have a big fear living in Colorado.
Like, it could be like natural disaster or anything.
Truth be told, what's been in my head right now is shootings, mass shootings.
Like a Walmart shooting or something?
Just in general, a lot of it happening.
I feel that. I feel it, okay.
So, and I'm a teacher, so.
Okay, it makes sense. I feel it. And then my second question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Do something about this homeless problem.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Appreciate you, mama. That's your name.
Kyle Jones.
All right, Kyle Jones.
Joliet, Illinois.
All right. So my first question for you today is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado?
Biggest fear in Colorado? Being stuck homeless.
Being stuck homeless?
Yeah, I'm fighting on that though. I ain't gonna give up on that.
Okay, I respect that, my man. And then my next question would be, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Get an apartment and a dirt bike.
Apartment and a dirt bike. Why a dirt bike, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, that's all I did as a kid coming up was riding dirt bikes and four wheelers, man. So and you can get away with it here a little easier than back home, I think.
Okay. And then is there like anything you think people in the community could do to help like the homeless folks?
I mean, they do a lot enough. It depends on the homeless for them to do what they need to do to get themselves out of the situation, you know? So that's all it is to it.
All right. I appreciate you, my man.
Man, no problem.
And we're here with
Peter.
Nathan.
Heather.
All right. So my first question for you guys today is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado or being in Colorado?
Lightning.
Lightning? Okay.
I ran from lightning today on the paddleboard.
I mean, nobody knows how to drive in the rain, so that's terrifying.
Yeah, I'd agree with the driving in the snow.
Okay. Then my next question is, if $50,000 was deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
That's a tough one.
I buy a motorcycle.
Buy a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Do you know a kind?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably upgrade my motorcycle.
I'd buy way too many car parts.
And then put the rest in Dogecoin.
No, it's all about what's Shiba.
And donate to the Denver Health Foundation.
You guys are ridiculous. One-way ticket to the Bahamas.
You're not coming back?
No.
Okay.
Pay off my credit card.
Extended vacation.
That's awesome. All right. And we're here with
Melissa.
Okay, so my first question for you today, Miss Melissa, is what is your biggest fear living in Colorado and or being in Colorado?
What is my biggest what?
Fear.
Fear? The heat.
The heat? Okay. Then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Bring us shopping.
Bring them shopping.
Yeah.
Do you just spend the whole $50,000 on shopping?
No, I pay off bills.
Especially me.
Okay. Thank you. That's the only question. And we're here with?
Chainsmoker the Magnificent.
Okay, Chainsmoker. My first question is, what is your biggest fear living and or being in Colorado?
Lightning strikes.
Lightning strikes. Okay.
Colorado is statistically the second worst state for lightning strikes.
Yeah.
More deaths by lightning strike in Colorado than anywhere else except I think Wyoming.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Start a small business.
Start
a business. Woodworking, laser cutting, laser engraving. It's what I've been trying to do for the last 3 years. So I just put it into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and we're here with, what's your name?
Toshiba.
What's your name?
Tierra.
All right, so my first question for y'all is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado?
I don't live in Colorado.
Or being out here?
getting lost or being a victim of human trafficking.
Okay, getting sex trafficking. What about yourself?
Being addicted to drugs.
Being addicted to drugs. Okay, I feel that. Then my next question, how you doing? Then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Invest in something.
Do you know what you would invest in?
A business.
A business. Okay. What about yourself?
Invest in a business. Or something.
Okay. That's all I had to do it.
I'd hate that I lose into the fight because I'm a fucking angel.
Okay. Literally. So my first question is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado?
Motherfuckers that fucking don't think with their heart.
Okay. I like that. Then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Pay rent and fucking give it to some people, some charity.
My bad, can you say that again?
Give people, give money to charity.
Okay.
Because I'm a fucking angel, yo. Like,
literally. I feel that. Pay that rent. Get that done.
Lindsay.
Joseph.
All right, nice to meet you guys. So my first question is, what is your biggest fear living and or being in Colorado? Cops.
Yeah,
I live up north just a little bit. I've been arrested twice, and they've had to drop it. Like, there's all sorts of lawsuits. I don't know. I'm worried about my kids.
I grew up in Chicago, so this is way better than Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, like Chicago is crazy, but out here stuff just happens at the snap of a finger.
Yeah.
Then my next question is
mountain lions.
Bears.
If you could, if $50,000 was deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Pay off back taxes.
You would spend the whole $50,000 on taxes?
No.
So what would you do?
I don't know what I do with the rest. Fix my Bronco.
Okay, you got a nice little. What year?
Yeah.
It's a 85.
Yeah.
One of them big boys.
Yeah. It's got the big block in it. It's a beast.
$50,000.
$50,000. Not the most amount, but it's
I help my kids out. They need some help, so I'd help them out.
Okay. That's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And we're here with
Amarth.
All right, my man. So my first question for you today is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado and or being in Colorado?
Ooh, I don't know. We were up in the mountains for a while in Boulder. We had no cell service and kind of like dark out there. That shit kind of scary.
A little nervous. I feel that. Okay. Then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
Ooh, let's see. Travel. I want to go to Australia, New Zealand, and I think I can go to Antarctica. It's like $15,000 to go to Antarctica.
You already got your passport?
Hell yeah.
All right, so yeah, you said you good money.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate you, bro. And we're here with
Rascal Pasta.
All right, my man. So my first question for you today is, what is your biggest fear living in Colorado?
Having to kill a motherfucker because motherfuckers think it's only white people out here, but it's a whole bunch of gang member ass motherfuckers that'll do something dirty to your ass.
I feel that for sure, definitely. Then my next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account today, what would you do with it?
I'd invest it into real estate, NFTs, and my music.
Okay, so like how crazy would you go with NFTs? Cause
NFTs, I definitely get at least 30K in them motherfuckers. Cause right now they going crazy, and I make NFTs. I sold my first NFT. I made it for $25. I sold that motherfucker for 10 racks. So I definitely go crazy for that shit.
I'm glad.
And in the real estate in Colorado, bro, there's houses that are like worth $200,000 that are going for $45,000 right now. You buy that motherfucker, fix it up, flip it. You got $300,000 in your account and still look like a bummy ass motherfucker out here when you do it.
I feel
walking around with at least 500 in your motherfucking socks for no reason.
I'm glad. Then not my next question. Damn, I lost my train of thought. What's your biggest fear living in Colorado? And then the next question is, if you had $50,000 deposited into your bank account, what would you do?
Pay out bills, and my biggest fear is the rent.
The rent? That's your fear, rent? What about you?
My biggest fear living in Colorado, maturing and my children not taking the time that they require. Right. That would be one. Okay, you said if I had $50,000, what?
If $50,000 is deposited into your bank account today, what would you do?
Yes, I got it $50,000 in my bank.
So if you had another $50,000, what would you do with it?
I put it in there too. So I don't need it.
You got $100,000. You gonna put all $50,000 on bills?
No.
Not on bills.
I can't do it.
You're not gonna have.
Did y'all record us already? You did.
Vacation.
Let me straighten up my voice. And quit acting so catchy. Come on, rewind.
Okay. We'll cut it out.
I'll leave it like it is.
Okay.
I'll leave the money where it's at. I'll put some more on top of it. And I can tell Hawaii. Aloha.
I like Hawaii.
Thank you guys.
Okay. What would you do? What would you do if $50,000?
The first thing I would do with $50,000 is go put down on Airbnb properties. I'll put down on Airbnb properties just because it's gonna accumulate that monthly income. Well, actually, like day-to-day income. That way, it's clean money, and I don't have to do that.
That's good thinking.
I
like that.
You like
that?
that?
Okay. I like that. What would you do? What's your biggest fear?
My mom would get shot in Walmart while grocery shopping.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear.
That's why I just went to apply for my license to carry.
See, I got mine.
This young man has got a future.
He's got it
like going on. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is probably like, I don't know, like everybody do drugs out here, like probably being like laced or like a needle falling in my leg or something. I'm from here.
Oh, everybody does drugs.
Yeah,
everybody? You mean not just weed?
Not everybody, like,
but not just weed.
Yeah, like fentanyl, like everybody's getting like laced with fentanyl and stuff. I feel like that.
Rock with me, roll with me, listen to my songs with me. Said I got your back, they ever tried it. Get so ugly, kept it real. Please don't act like you don't know nothing. Vacuum seal, we ain't never gotta spill nothing.